inaugural day of Akahoshi Ramen. First, I just want to thank you all for being here. It means a lot. I know it seems sort of silly, but like, it means a lot. This is a big deal for me, and you're a part of it, so that means you guys are a big deal to me. So thank you for being here.
I think every person who opens a ramen restaurant thinks of it like in a Japanese way, which is it's gonna be super small, it's gonna have like 10 seats, and it's just gonna be me making everything, and I'm gonna cook everything, it's gonna be awesome. But I realized that like I could not handle that workload.
Can we do 2 miso, 1 shoyu, please?
I wanted a place that could have a more communal atmosphere as opposed to just a singular focus where the entirety of the restaurant would live or die by me. Akahoshi is just the manifestation of what I wanted my ramen shop to be, which was not too small, sustainable enough to be big, but still hyper-focused and diligent in doing ramen in a way that I felt represented my path, which was very personal. For as long as I've been a kid or cognitively aware of life, I've always liked the narrative of like why food comes to be. In high school, I wanted to be a chef. I've always loved cooking and food. And so this is just a very compelling thing.
Why would anyone make ramen? It's so hard, right? It's because you love ramen, right? The people who make ramen the best are the ones who just love it. That's why they're making ramen. If I wanted to be rich, I would not be making ramen. Like, this is for the game, baby. This is for love of ramen. This is for the love of the craft.
I studied Japanese in college, and I was studying Japanese in high school too. So I have a longer history of general interest in Japan and Japanese as a culture and as a language. But going to Hokkaido was just circumstance. That was the program that was offered to me when I applied for one of the 4 study abroad programs through my university. If I had gone somewhere else, who knows? I might not even be studying ramen. I started from a place of extreme lack of understanding of the dish, even as a person who studied it in college. Even though I had studied ramen for a semester, when I came back, I knew almost nothing. I came back in 2010, and within a month, I was like, I need to figure out how to get my fix. So I began making ramen because I just thought I could do it.
Okay. That's really fun. Oh my God.
Candidly, it was not good ramen the first time I made it. I remember the feeling of eating it and feeling like it was not where it needed to be. Like it was not like what I had had in Japan. This is the reality, is that I am not quite there yet. And I kind of enjoy that feeling because it means there's more work to do. So after making ramen and it not being good, so we're gonna try again, and try again, try again.
And this is a very, very important part of the ramen making process, this oil. I feel like fundamentally this is very overlooked and often misunderstood. It's just an awesome opportunity to add really great complexity to the dish in a way that you can't often with just regular soup.
I didn't know anything about ramen in terms of how it was made. I was going to all these shops, but shops are incredibly secretive about how they produce stuff. They might hint at like the soup or the chashu, little bits and pieces of information, but broadly speaking, they're not telling you anything. So even if I would like meticulously interview chefs, which I did on 3 separate occasions, like hour-long conversations where I was talking to these chefs about how everything was done, the buck stopped at like, well, how do you make the components? When I think of an artisan, a lot of it is done through feel. And that was something that I developed much later on because I didn't have the feel of making ramen. I had the opposite. I had no knowledge and I needed to figure out a way to take this no knowledge and turn it into something I could do consistently. I made a Reddit account and facetiously called myself Ramen Lord and started posting these images of ramen I was making. If you look at some of these old recipes I would post online, even to this day, they're extremely documented. Like all the components are laid out, all of them are weighed or volumetric. And that wasn't just because I was trying to help people, it was for me. I did that so that I could remember how much katsuobushi did I use in that dish? Or how much miso am I using in that dish?
Oh, this needs more time, I think. I would say this needs more time.
Let me feel what you're, so I know.
It should go in with very little resistance. See how you press
Okay,
in?
I do.
So let that go another hour. That's okay. I'd rather take more time than less time.
Initially, I was posting these things online just as like a selfish, I did it. Hooray, look at me. But that has quickly changed into being a mechanism to educate people, especially as I learned more about ramen. In part because the knowledge about ramen was not mine to share or hoard, right? I am not Japanese, so why would I pretend like this knowledge I've amassed over 13 years is mine? It should be everybody's. We should all know more about this dish in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah, you see that? Yeah. Don't listen to it. See that jiggle? Jiggle looks good. So, see how you can do it, and then use that to support, and then drop it into the hotel pan. You can go ahead and do that now. When that's full, you can put it away, and then we'll put them in the lock and chill.
I think this ramen shop is wildly personal in a way that I don't know people necessarily recognize. Really, it's a physical manifestation of my passion for ramen over 13 years. And I know that sounds corny, but everything here is indicative of that. We make everything. The noodles, the soup, the toppings, all of the components are made in the restaurant. To do that requires understanding the dish in a nuanced way and being willing to make ramen in distinct ways that are different from other people.
This is the first thing that I do when I get here, is start the soup because it takes 5 hours.
If I'm gonna open a restaurant, I need to know what I'm getting myself into. So once a month for 5 years, I do a pop-up. For me, this is an opportunity to experience cooking this dish in a variety of settings. It further helps me understand what I want this thing to be. And a couple things happened. One, I really enjoyed it, in part because I get to make ramen for people who seem to like my ramen. And two, I just realized that I could do this without having to follow the traditional path that chefs take, which is get berated and get demeaned for decades and slowly build a hard shell, and then you can eventually open your own place.
Okay, hello everyone. This is Akahoshi Ramen. We make ramen and not much else. Excellent service yesterday, I thought. like we've learned a lot, growing every day, and there's plenty more to do, but I thought things went well overall.
Part of the reason that this place has been kind of so rewarding is because I think we're all aligned on the goals of the shop, which is to make amazing ramen and to showcase what ramen can be in a unique and compelling way. Like, I truly believe that right now we're making ramen that no one else in the city is making. And that's not to brag about it, it's just that is the goal. I don't want to make everybody else's ramen. I want to make our ramen. I want to make ramen that's unique here. It's not just a place to eat ramen, but it's also a place that really reveres and respects ramen and understands its immense nuance and depth. There's so much more to ramen than we see right now in Chicago. And I just wanted to showcase that to people. When I was 28, my early mid-20s, and I wanted to open this ramen shop or was starting to do these pop-ups or whatever. I was so angry at myself that I hadn't opened a place already. I was so frustrated and felt very aimless. And I shouldn't have wasted that mental energy. Part of the process of learning and becoming a more thoughtful, interesting craftsman or person or living in the world is you meander, you change direction. And that takes time. If you're thoughtful about it and you take your time, it will be worth it. It's funny because ramen in itself is a time, labor-intensive process. You have to be patient even each day with the work that you do. Being patient is a virtue in this industry, and being patient with ramen in particular is a virtue. And I just wish that for my younger self, I hope that I recognized that. It is okay to wait. Waiting is sometimes good.